And enough with this maingaining nonsense. Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Alright, so today's Monday, so let's answer questions on the Reddit related to muscle growth maximization. Alright, so let's look at this question here. This one really upset me, but again, he's probably a beginner, and a lot of people need to hear this. Macros ratios for maingaining. First of all, I freaking hate that word. Right? You mean body recomposition? Right? But anyway, I'm 17, 180 centimeters, 66 kilos, right? So translation for us Americans, so it's about 5'10", 145 pounds. He says, I'm going to do maingaining through the summer. What macro ratios would you recommend? Right? And you can see my answer here, right? You are 5'10", 145 pounds. That means even if we assume you had 10% body fat, so I'm making up a body fat percentage. I'm being generous because it's probably more than 10%. That gives you an FMI of only 18 at best. You have zero business maingaining. You need to fucking clean bulk, right? Someone your height should weigh around at least 190 at 15% body fat, right? And that's roughly an FMI around 22, right? So I am sick of this word, right? Because keep in mind, guys, first of all, again, it's called body recomposition, right? And the only people that should be thinking of doing recomping are people who have a very high body fat and have enough muscle on them. Then you can go ahead and try to recomp, right? But when you 5'10", 145 pounds, what are you doing? Right? What do you mean body recomposition? You need to put on muscle. You need to go on the clean bulk, right? You don't have to dirty bulk, but you need to clean bulk. You need to bulk, right? I am sick of this generation thinking that you're going to magically build a crap ton of muscle while eating at maintenance. That's not going to happen, right? You're going to build some muscle, of course, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be such a slow journey, right? And I'm all about getting the most bang for your buck, right? Big return on investment. If you're gonna watch what you eat, track your macros, track your micronutrients, go to the gym, do high volume, high frequency training, progressively overload, and do all this painful shit, then you better at least build muscle at a decent rate, right? Maingaining, right? Recomping, you're gonna build muscle at such a slow rate that it's not worth it. Again, unless you're very obese. If you're very obese, then you need to obviously cut. Or, depending on your situation, depending on how you look, or where you store your body fat, you could think of maingaining, right? Or, like I said, another group of people that can maingain, that can do body recomposition, are people who already have a ton of muscle on them, and they just got a little fluffy. They put on some fat, they got lazy, ate too many donuts, right? And they got a little tired around the midsection. Well, guess what? They have enough muscle to recomp. But when you weigh this little for your height, you need to pack on muscle before you even think of going through a body recomposition phase, right? You guys are so obsessed with being shredded and lean, which again is ridiculous if you're natural, that you're so scared to clean bulk because you want to look like your favorite influencer who's on a fuck ton of roids or on TRT, right? And there's a reason why they're on TRT or roids, right? It's because they know that they cannot maintain that physique naturally. So please, for the love of fuck, do not maingain, do not recomp, bulk, right? Obviously clean bulk, right? Don't put on too much fucking fat, but you need to bulk. Because again, for your height, you need to weigh at least 180, 190 pounds. And you're not going to get there through body recomposition, right? Because you'll be eating at maintenance. How the fuck are you going to eat at maintenance and eventually get up to 190? Now, of course, it's not going to happen overnight, right? It's going to take you some time to get to that weight. But which is why you want to slowly clean bulk up to a heavier weight and then eventually cut down to 190 and try to keep 15% body fat, right? It's gonna take a long time, right? It's gonna take at least 2 years, right? 1.5 to 2 years, depending on how dedicated you are. And obviously depending on how good your genetics are. But you need to clean bulk. And as far as macros, again, you need to eat macros for your height and for your goal weight, right? Since you're so underweight. I would say protein at least 180 to 190 grams, right? I'm always going to put protein on the high side for a million different reasons. Because it's always better to have more protein than not enough. So in your case, you're not using 1 gram per pound of body weight, right? Because you're way too little, right? 145 pounds, right? And if you're doing full body workouts, you already know this. Watch my video on that. You need more protein anyway, right? Than if you were doing bro split. So for your situation, you want to set your macros based on your goal weight, which is, again, around 190, 180. So 190 grams of protein, about 20 to 30% of your calories from fat, right? If your testosterone levels are low, then try to aim for about 30, maybe even 40% of your calories from fat. And obviously the rest from carbs, right? And as far as your total calories, again, it depends on your activity level. I don't have enough information here to tell you how many calories you should eat because it really depends on your TDEE and, again, your activity level, blah, 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 how frequently you train. But pretty much, eat at a 300 to 500 caloric surplus above your maintenance and use the macro pointers that I gave you, right? But you should definitely clean bulk. And enough with this maingaining nonsense. All right, guys, hope the video helps. post your questions in the Reddit. Make sure that you read the rules before posting so that you do not get your comment deleted. All right, I'm out of here. Alright guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push-pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit team3dalpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. Alright guys, I'm out of here.